Everyone, I was doing some taping earlier and I must have forgot to turn on my video, so I managed to do from here to here. So I'm just going to continue on and do a little bit more and try and finish this piece off. I think to balance it out, I need to start adding a little bit more of the floral. Now, in the last video, I've got this fringing on the end, and so that it just didn't keep fraying, I added a bit of iron-on stabilizer at the back so it stopped fraying. So that's a little tip that you can use there. You can use some iron-on stabilizer and it will stop it from actually continuing to fray, and it strengthens up the piece as well. So now I've got to find a needle that's actually got some thread on it. Here we go. So let's add another piece here. Now I did this it's like a bit like a yo-yo in the center. It was basically just a strip of fabric that I sewed a running stitch along, and then I drew it up, so I ended up with this little circle. So that's what I did there, but I think it's a little bit bold for the center there, so I just wanted to add something across it. I don't want that green actually. I just want to add something here to calm it down a little bit, because I think it's all a little bit too bold there. I know it loses. I don't want to lose this piece because I really like that piece. So I need to make this little piece even smaller, just enough to cover that piece there, and I'll sew that down. I really like this piece with all the folded edges and the pleating, and that's a little piece of tea-dyed fabric, and I really like that tea-dye fabric. I'm going to go off and do some more tea dyeing later, and I'll show you in the next few videos what that looks like. So this is looking a little bit better. I just thought that piece there was a little bit too bold and a little bit too white for the central part, and it just needed a bit of toning down. So the stitches have helped to do that, and I'm just going to put a row of stitches around here, which will also emphasize the little pleats as well. Just hold them down a little bit more. Hold them in place. Okay, that's a little bit, I think that's better. In fact, I might need a little bit more color on that edge. So I'm just going to see, I've got this floral with the roses. I'm just going to see if I can find a rose here that I can snip out and just place that rose as well. Yeah, that's a bit better. Put that in there, and then that covers up that edge, gives me a few more layers, and it just tones down that piece nicely. Getting quite a few layers through here now, but that's all right. It's it'll stay quite well when I've finished sewing this on. Now I do lots of very flat slow stitch, but I just wanted to do something different. And recently I did a spine cover for a sewing journal I was doing. I've got a video all about that, and I wanted to make it look a little bit different to what I normally do. So it's got lots of layers, lots of texture, lots of folded pieces, and I did some beading and some button work on that and a bit of a fringe to try and make it just pop a little bit. So I think off the back of doing that, I decided that I wanted to make my slow stitch pieces a bit more textured. So this is what I'm trying to do with this piece, just experimenting and seeing if I can get a lot more texture into the piece. And I'm really happy with the progress so far. I think this is far more textured than what I normally have, and I actually really like it. It's a little bit more, not going to say vintage, but it's a bit more, I don't know, I'll think about the term and I'll come up with it. If anyone's got an idea, let me know. Alright, so that's better. So now what I need to do is add, I've got a little bit of flower there, flowers sort of tracking along here. I need something here. I can either go with this silky look again. I've got the silky look there though. This is quite nice. It's dyed again. This is the chiffon. I might try either a piece of this. This is quite nice. What about that? If I can get a piece with that floral bit in it, I might just take that piece. Poke it underneath there and add something to that. Poke that under there. Alright, let's try that out. I need to put something else that's got a bit of folds in it, I think. Let's fold that up a little bit. That's okay, that's better. So let's just fold that. And I need to start working in a different coloured thread too, because I'm getting too uniform with the thread colour. It's all starting to blend a little bit and it's getting a little bit boring, I think. So I'm just doing a bit of a back stitch here till I get to the end, and I'll leave that and tie it off in a minute. So what I need to do now is I need to thread, I think I might go with this crochet cotton. It's this nice brown colour, and then I might thread some more of the rayon thread. Oops. Sorry for the break there, but I had to go off and thread a needle. Now, I was talking about my rayon thread that the spool just broke. So I've got this tangle of rayon thread here, the sewing thread. So for my machine, it's sewing machine thread. So I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to persevere and I'm going to use that because it's really nice thread. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that the spool broke and I can't use it on my sewing machine anymore. So it's perfect for work like this. Has a little bit of a shimmer to it, as rayons do, and it's very good quality cotton. I don't know why the spool, I think it just deteriorated. I don't know, I've had it for quite a while, so again it's probably just aged and it's deteriorated. So get all these things out of the way that I've got in the way here. Now, I needed a bit of colour back into the thread. The white thread's fine if you've got if I've got just the plain things happening there, but need a bit more colour than just those plain threads. So we might do a bit of down in this direction. I seem to be going in just one direction as well with the thread. I need to have it running in different directions, get a bit of different textures going here, sorry. So it's moving along quite quickly. I'm just wondering if I'm going to worry about that little loop there or not. Oh, goodness me. I have to find my wax block and wax this thread so it stays together a bit better. Okay, so holding it down nicely, just a little bit of difference here. Okay. A bit of a tangle there of threads because I haven't tied that one off, but that's okay. Alright, I don't want to lose that little edge there, so I'm just going to go along here because I need to add a piece in this direction somewhere. So I'm just going to take the thread to the back there and then quickly decide what I'm going to do next. Now I do like this textured piece here, which was dyed. I think I might just use that and take it up to that edge. I don't want to lose, oh, it's probably better on this side actually. Let's turn it over. Yeah, that's a lot better. A lot more interest on that side than the other side. Yeah, that's much better. Glad I turned that over. It was a bit boring on the other side, really. So let's pop it right back under that little fold. Like that. Now, as I said, I need to go off and do a little bit more tea dyeing because I haven't tea dyed any fabric, and I want to use this as a central piece of a project. So I think if I tea dye the edges, it might all blend a little bit better. I'm just using the holes that were in that side of that piece of work there just to guide down this edge. And then I like the machine seam there. That's really good. It's a great little piece addition. And just go down that edge. Now when I sew this on, I am going to probably have a machine seam anyway down that edge, but for now I'm not, ouch, not going to worry about that. I concentrate, I just poked myself in the finger. Okay, let's see. I really like this bit, and what I would like to do is I'd like to weave through the top of that. So let's just, okay, another piece of this. I'm just going to tack that to the top there in all its glorious little imperfections and go in this direction and just hold that piece down. Okay, I'm just going to go to here because I want to put something under there before I actually put this down. What do I want under there? Do I want some more flowers? I'm not sure. Let me just pull that out because that's got a bit tight. I don't know what that pink's doing in there. It has nothing to do with anything. It's really awful. Now I could do that. that would look okay. I'll leave that little bit there that's folded over. And then I could add, I've got this really old vintage lace. I haven't used a lot of lace on this, which is fine because I kind of like lace and sometimes I don't like it. I might use that little bit there though. This is very, very old lace. It came off an old piece of clothing. Beautiful, beautiful lace. You can see there. I don't know if you can see. It's very, very nice lace. It's lovely. Okay, let's put that there. So let's get that all tacked down for now. I don't want to lose that little fold though there. So let's go in this direction. It's got a little edge on there, so I might just go through that edge to hold it down. I don't want to lose the delicate nature of that lace. I want to honour it. It's very pretty. Okay. Yep, that's working. I'll just flip that back out from under there. Okay. Alright, I might leave it there today and I'll be back in the next video and I'll show you a little bit more of what I'm doing. So I'm just going to give you a bit of a close-up so far today. That's the first amount of stitching that I've done, and I will be doing more, but that's how much we've done today. That was the first bit. Then the little bit in the middle here from that floral on was the bit that I missed videoing, I think. And then this little piece here. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.